way up from Toronto, Ontario, Melanie Dahling.
Look at us in the big city. Oh. We're in this like lovely loft. We've got records as decor. Where's Winona Ryder? I would like to speak to her. I have some questions. I like what's going on here with this little candle. I feel like with this table over here, we're at a sleepover, and it's that part of the night. It's a little tense because like, who's going to tell the first secret? I like this. I like this. It's fun. It's flirty. Let's do it. This is my first time in the fair city of Montreal. I put a lot of work into it. Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I'm trying to expand my horizons, see new cities. I actually just recently moved to Toronto, and before that, I grew up, I'll tell you, I grew up in Winnipeg, Manitoba. No, don't do that. It should be like a hesitant, light smattering of applause at best. So some of you have been to our fair city?
Yeah.
There's a sad shake of the head over there. Is that like you have been there? That's what that looked like. You regret not having gone to Winnipeg. That's interesting. You're not missing anything. I can tell you after the show, we'll talk all about it. The sights and sounds in our one restaurant. We'll have a good chat. It'll take all of 5 minutes. We'll get to bed at a decent hour. It's fun. It's fun for me. But it's wild. It's wild for me to be anywhere but home. I lived in Winnipeg, Manitoba, in pretty much the same neighborhood for 32 years, yes, which is crazy because I'm 19. I'm just kidding. I'm just goofing around. I'm like a 19-year-old mentally, but with a worse body and well, less time on Earth statistically speaking. But I'm not gonna let that ruin my night. No. A lot of people, when they first meet me, they do think that I'm a young person. I'm not. Like, it's perplexing to look at me because, like, I'm 34, but I've accomplished nothing. So, like, none of the stress. None of the stress in that. Baby smooth. So I'm 34, and then sometimes I say that, and people are like, that's not old, that's young. And I'm like, you know who disagrees with you? An actual young person. I know that I'm old. Like, when I turned 30, I knew I was at a special stage of life, because now, when I tell a young person how old I am, they think it's a compliment to recoil in terror. And say something like, oh God, I never would have known. Like they just found out I've been dead for 10 years. But then in the eyes of a 19-year-old, haven't I? Haven't I been dead for 10 years? That's a thinker, that's okay. I have started to notice the first effects of age on my body. I've got those old lady hands now where you can see how they work from the outside. That's been a real spooky treat at my October soirees, I'll tell you that. I'm not a young person, I'm not. I am a poor person. So I take a lot of young people jobs because I have no applicable skills. It's good. I'm fine. I love it. I love putting in an honest day's work down at the mall. Ooh, the hustle and bustle. Everyone's all hopped up because there's a hot deal on little soaps. probably tell us about me. I work in a lot of those little soap boutiques. Maybe we'll run into each other. Maybe you'll find yourself in Toronto. Maybe it'll be the holiday season. You'll be on a big shopping expedition. Maybe I saddle up next to you, say something real creepy like, "Oh my gosh, that one's my favorite. Makes a great stocking stuffer." I know you shouldn't say things like that to people. I know, it's unsettling. Nobody likes it. I don't want to say things like that to people. I don't even want me to say things like that to you, but if I don't say things like that to you, my manager's going to yell at me. She's half my age. She's worked so hard. I am so proud of her. It's all worth it, right? It's all worth it. Those long days don't feel so long when you get to take your 15-minute break. You go into your teeny break room with your lunch, big old steaming cup of noodles. Some 19-year-old with hope in their heart and stars in their eyes says something like, "Ooh, lucky." And you say, "Is this a game?" Do you? Yeah, student loans has been calling me lately like a lot. Like too much. I just feel like, okay, we had something, it's in the past, I'm ready to move on. But they just keep calling. The other day I actually answered the phone and they were like, "Are you thinking about paying us back ever?" And I was like, "Okay, first of all, rude. Secondly, if I didn't have the wherewithal to like save up for my education, do you really think I'm chomping at the bit to hand you a bunch of money now? How about I don't pay you back, teach you a lesson about enabling me." How's that? How's that? All right. To some of you, I can tell, if you were even entertaining the idea of like feeling sorry for me, which is palpable in some areas of the room, thank you very much, I would go ahead and say don't. Like, I have some financial difficulty, yes, but I also have an essential oil diffuser. So it's not dire. Like, I scavenge, but in my neighborhood, the garbages are full of sushi and expired mustache wax. So under income bracket, I just write raccoon and a bow tie. And that suits me just fine. I'm not fancy. I'm not. I know I look it. I know you look at me and you go, "She looks confident. She looks like she could get the attention of a sales associate at Winners." But I can't. They hate me there. It's probably because every time I go to Winners, I just make a beeline for that one candle section and I hunch over it. I'm like, "No, no, no. What are these, $30? I'll see you next week." And they do. I'm there every week. All right, you all